This Fujifilm X100F that's 10 years old is the best camera that I own. Feels great to say that. Now, Fujifilm fanboys can jump off me a little bit, but it's not the best camera because of the specs. It's not the best camera because of the image quality. I have other cameras that are way better as far as specs go. This is the best camera because it's easy to use, it's fun to use, and it encourages you to pick it up every single day, take it with you, and see what you can find. So today, we're gonna talk about the importance of having a camera that you can carry every day and what it'll do for your photography. But first, if you're new here, my name is Adam. This is my YouTube channel, Adam Has a Camera, where I make videos of me walking around taking photos and talking about photography for 20 people to watch. So thanks for being here. So the reason this camera is the best camera that I own is because of the fact that it encourages you to pick it up. It's easy to carry. You can take it anywhere with you and literally get photos of things you normally wouldn't take photos of. Times that you normally wouldn't want to carry a big bulky mirrorless camera around. Times that you don't want to be loading film into a camera and spending the type of money that you have to spend to shoot film. This fills that gap. And it's done that a lot for me recently. So today I'm going to tell a couple stories of times that I had this camera on me and got some photos that I would have never gotten otherwise and had some experiences that I would have never had otherwise. So the first story I wanted to tell, one morning I went to drop my wife's car off for inspection, and we get our cars inspected right around the corner from where I work. So I thought,
I don't know if this is gonna make a cool video or not, but just dropped my wife's car off to get inspected, and we are going to walk to work. I got about a 3/4 mile walk, I guess. Got the camera with me right here, and we're gonna see if we get any cool photos on the walk to work and then potentially the walk home from work. So check it out.
So I shot some photos and then I went along my walk. And as I'm walking, I'm shooting photos through this neighborhood, and a car comes around the corner and kind of parks like they're waiting for me. Now, mind you, this is like 5 in the morning, and I'm kind of like, what's this car doing? I thought maybe it was an Uber picking someone up for work. Well, it turns out they were waiting for me. And when I got up to him, guy rolls the window down and he's like, hey, what were you doing down there taking photos of the shop? And I immediately recognized him. It was the owner. And I was like, oh, hey, we dropped my wife's car off. And then he recognized me and we were talking a little bit. He's like, yeah, my neighbor called. And he was just concerned about what was going on. It's not the best neighborhood, honestly. And he was like, we were just concerned trying to figure out what was going on. And I explained to him, I said, I'm a photographer. The building just looked great in the morning, and I just wanted to shoot some photos. And he was cool with it. And he was like, all right, cool, man. Like, have a good day. We'll see you this afternoon. And I go on with the walk and continue to shoot more photos as I'm walking into work. And as I'm sitting at work, I thought, you know what? I should print the photo out that I took and give it to him. Now, we don't have like a photo printer at work, but we have a decent printer. So I printed, a little 5x7 for him, walked back in the afternoon, shot some more photos and dropped the photo off for him. And hopefully when I go in to get my car inspected in a month or two, it'll just be a good talking point. And hopefully they have the photo hung up somewhere, and it, I wrote a little message on the back, like, sorry for the scare this morning, put it in the key slot and went along my way. And I think it's a cool story to kind of show where you go and where the camera can take you. And if I didn't have my camera on me that morning, I would have avoided the situation, which was maybe a little bit uncomfortable. But I also got to share my photography because of this and give them something that hopefully means something to them, which I wouldn't have gotten to do because with any other camera, I wouldn't have been carrying it. And I would have just walked to work with my headphones in, and that would have been it. Pause that. You might recognize this parking garage. Started a couple videos here now. We're back downtown. Point of this video is just going to be like having a camera on you every day and what you can make out of that and how opportunities kind of present themselves. So I got a dinner reservation with the wife in about 15 minutes, and we're gonna walk to that and
see if we get any photos. I might come away with one or two. Either way, it's worth having the camera on me. So let's get to walking.
So as I'm doing that, you've seen in my other videos, I don't fancy myself a street photographer, and I, have a hard time taking photos of people that I don't know. And I'm walking through the city taking photos, and I have the camera slung around my neck, and I'm holding it here with my thumb on the shutter button to maybe take some stealth photos. And I walked past a guy. Luckily, I didn't take his photo. I mean, he stopped and he got pretty upset. And I had to walk back and literally show him that I didn't take any photos of him. I didn't record any of it because it was honestly he was pretty upset about it. So just another story. But I did get to take some photos of the city some of them I thought were cool. And whether they're great photos or not, the point of this is that you're getting reps in, and without getting reps in, you don't get better at photography. So not having a camera on you is doing nothing but hurting your progression through this art form. Now, I've said it in other videos, and one of the main benefits of having a camera that you keep on you and is easy and fun to use is being able to capture family moments and capture things that you normally would just take with your phone. And a camera like this, when you take those photos and actually go in and look at them on the computer and edit them, it just makes them mean more. And my son recently has gotten really into his bike, which is awesome for me. I've been getting to be outside riding with him and teaching him how to balance. And I've been able to shoot with this camera and capture those moments. And when we look back on them, they're going to mean so much more than being posted on Instagram or being stuck in our camera roll. And another benefit to a camera like this that's easy and fun to use is you can pass it off to other people. And I can hand this to my wife, and she can take photos of me and him riding, and kind of just capture the entire story or the entire moment. And, you wouldn't be able to do that with a big mirrorless. It's funny to say big mirrorless cameras because Sony cameras literally are tiny compared to, the days when you were shooting on a 5D or something like that. But being able to do that, I can even hand it to my son and let him take photos, which is really fun and rewarding to see. Just getting him to press a shutter button and see him smile and be all excited of taking our photos. So I've been doing that with it recently. I've really been doing that with it ever since I got the X100F. Now, I'm using my Fujifilm X100F as an example for this video, but understand this could be any camera. This could be anything from, a Digicam, a film camera if you're rich, all the way up to a Leica if you're mega rich. Any camera that I think entices you to pick it up daily, take it with you, see where the day takes you. Maybe you take some photos, maybe you don't. Maybe you get a really good photo, maybe you don't. But getting the reps in and pressing the shutter button more is inevitably going to lead to you becoming a better photographer, getting more joy out of doing this and capturing the things that really mean something to you and developing your craft. So, quick one for you today. Hopefully this resonates with you. If you have a camera that you use on a daily basis, I'd love to see what you're using. Comment it down below. If you have anything to add to this, anything that you think could benefit people that might watch this, leave those comments below. And thanks for watching. Stay crusty.